Welcome back to another week of me doing 75 hard. This week is week 7 of 10.5 weeks of the challenge. I just want to do a quick intro before we get into it, just in case you've never heard of 75 hard and you're wondering what the tasks are. This is a 75-day challenge that was created by a guy called Andy Frisella, where you have to complete a list of activities every single day, and if you fail on any of the activities for whatever reason, you have failed the challenge completely. It doesn't matter if you're on day 75. If you do not complete the challenges for that day, you have failed, and if you want to complete it, you have to start again from the beginning. So just really quickly, what are the activities that you have to do and what have I chosen to do for this version of 75 hard? So you need to drink a gallon of water per day, plain water, nothing in it. I calculate that as 4 liters of water. You need to take a progress picture every single day. You need to do 2 45-minute workouts. They have to be at least 3 hours apart, and one of them has to be outside at least. You need to choose a diet, any diet that's going to bring you closer to your goals. But once you choose the diet, no cheating and no alcohol. And you need to read 10 non-fiction pages of a book per day, and it has to be a physical book. So that is all of the things that you have to do. It's kind of a choose your own journey. You choose the books so long as they're non-fiction and they're physical books. You choose a diet so long as it's something that's going to bring you closer to your goals, no cheating and no alcohol. And you choose the exercises so long as they're at least 45 minutes. One of them is outdoors and they're at least 3 hours apart. So what I'm doing for my diet is anything that's homemade, so I can have anything I want so long as I make it myself, including desserts. I can also eat out so long as it's in a place that they cook the food well, and it's something that I would cook at home. And the books that I've been reading so far have been The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Ask and It Is Given, and I'm just about to come to the end of that book, so I will be starting a new book soon. So let's get into this week's challenge. It was a bit of a mad week, so let's see what happened. And did I get any weight gain, or weight loss rather, because I haven't lost any weight so far on this journey. Let's see. Hello, it is coming up to 25 to 11. I have a very tired and stinky baby behind me, so I'm going to have to keep this short and sweet. Go in, change nappies, put her to sleep, read my 10 pages. But I'm just out of the gym. I have 2 waters done, so I'm going to also refill my water before I go up. And yeah, I'm not even actually hungry yet, which is good. So we'll have some brunch later on. And that's it. So a good day in the gym. It was all upper body, so a lot of bicep curls, dips, narrow push-ups, trying to think what else there was, a few different things. But anyway, that's my sign that I gotta go, and I will see you later. And also welcome to week 7 of 75 hard, which is bizarre. So okay, gotta go. Bye lads. It is 25 past 12 and I'm already bet into my 4th water, which is mad because normally once I'm on my 3rd, my body is hydrated and it's kind of naturally slows down. But yeah, bet into it. Still obviously need to do my walk now. I think it's meant to get brighter in the afternoon. Saoirse's still asleep. Gonna make my breakfast and then go for my walk. That's all I have to do later, is my walk and some dinner, so can't wait. Okay, so I have a lot of food to cook and Carl is saying he doesn't want lunch. So yesterday in the shop I got 4-minute steaks reduced. I got that need to be eaten or cooked today. I got meatballs that need to be cooked today. I still have some chicken thighs from the last shop that need to be cooked today, and then I have open rashers and sausages and open chorizo. So I'm just gonna cook whatever the eating is eaten, and I'll eat whatever is left over tomorrow. The problem with Carl is he doesn't like eating pre-cooked steak, which I don't have a problem doing, so I feel like I'm gonna have a very steak heavy couple of days. So
Here's what's for brunch today. It's not the most appetizing looking, but just for reference, I did carnivore a few times, so like having like very meat heavy meals was not new for me. I do have some gherkins here, I have some mushroom, so 3 rashers, 3 sausages, and 1.5 steak, and that's going to be it for me. Yeah, I'd say I'll be able to get through this. I do need obviously the protein and stuff for my workouts and muscle recovery and everything, but I decided against any kind of like extra stuff like eggs or anything like that. What are you both doing? Hello. So I just realized I don't think I took any videos, but I just am back from my outdoor walk and I'm going to do one of the recipes that I found off Instagram, which means it is a dessert based recipe. But basically what you had to do was freeze some fruit. So I froze some strawberries and some banana. So they're frozen now. I'll just actually show you. So I just put them in here and froze them while I was on the walk. And now I'm going to melt some milk chocolate and some white chocolate. Then you dip them into the white chocolate and then you put them back down, and they should basically just like harden straight away because the fruit is already cold. And then once they're hard, which like by the time you finished doing them all they should be, then you dip them into the milk chocolate and then you put it back in to freeze. And then apparently you just take them out like 10 minutes before you want to eat them and they are good to go. So let's see what it's like. In the video that I seen it was just strawberry, but she did say you could do other fruit, and then I was trying to think of the fruit that I had, what would be good. So I decided to try some banana as well. Let's go. So what I'm doing, I've already done it with the white, is I'm just breaking it into chunks and then I'm going to melt this actually just in the microwave. I googled how to melt chocolate because I've heard different things and it said that the microwave is an option, so that's what I'm going to do. But what I just realised is I don't know what the ratio here is for chocolate to fruit. And I could end up with loads of chocolate, melted chocolate left over, which I don't really want because I don't want to waste it, you know? But I don't want to have too little and have to try melt more, blah blah blah. So I'm just going to do a full bar of each and then I'll know going forward. But it'll be annoying if there's like loads left over because I could have just frozen more fruit. So I wonder, I suppose you can like remelt it then after, so I might just, if that is the case, just make more. If is an option. So yeah. The internet tells me if you are melting chocolate in a microwave to do about 20-ish seconds, take it out, stir it, and then just like repeat until it's fully melted. So I'm going to do all of that with the white chocolate first, and then once they're all covered, I'll go and I'll melt the dark chocolate, the brown chocolate, or the milk chocolate. I did not have to worry about having too much chocolate because I hardly had enough. I didn't think about it when I was chopping up the banana that like in the video it was just strawberry. I wasn't really watching like how much strawberry she had. So anyway, we have like bananas and white chocolate, which kind of like was hard to do, and then strawberries in milk chocolate. But what I found was the more fruit I was doing, it was actually the chocolate was as melted and it was getting colder because all the fruit was cold. So so the more I did, the harder it was, but we got there in the end. What do you want?
I want chocolate.
Ooh. You want a strawberry?
Yeah.
One for you and one for you. Okay, that's it. We're in the car going to the dentist, so literally just a carnivore dinner. I have 4 meatballs and 4 chicken thighs that I have pre-cooked. I'm just gonna wolf these down and then have some more treats when I get home. So we have arrived. We are early. The girls are asleep in the car, so Carl's gone in to go first and then I'll go in when he is finished. So the food just wasn't that nice, honestly, so I only had 2 of the chicken bits and I was kind of chicken thighs, and I was kind of like forcing myself to eat that. And of the 4 meatballs. I had 3 of them, but again, I was kind of just eating them for the sake of eating them, but I'm not even that hungry, so yeah, it wasn't great. And now I have a bowl of porridge in my head with peanut butter and berries and stuff, so maybe when I get home I might have some of that, so that might be nice, just as a little treat. Yes, porridge is a treat, but that won't be for a while, so yeah, another hour and a half, 2 hours. It is coming up to 6:15 now. Other than that, my water is done, everything is done, which I'm delighted with. So it's been a very stressful day with the girls, so now that I just have a few minutes to myself, I'm just going to catch up on a couple of things on my phone and yeah, just try and relax a little bit. I'm really excited to get my teeth cleaned, and just to find out, like, I have been doing kind of like teeth whitening gels and strips and stuff, and I'm like, is this actually from them, because Carol is saying it might be, or is it from all the teas and coffees, or is it a combination of both? So we'll see what she says. Okay, bye. Good morning, it is a Thursday. Yeah, it's coming up to 10 o'clock, so just a recap on yesterday. So food wise, it was fairly crap. Like, I didn't eat anything bad, however, yeah, it just wasn't good. I just was completely thrown off by the use by dates on so much different food. Carl doing a fast, he's still fasting now, and yeah, it wasn't good. And then obviously we had the dentist, so it was kind of like food on the go. I am really happy with my teeth. I was actually starting to get insecure about it, so I was asking the dentist about the stains and stuff. She was like, oh, do you drink lots of tea and coffee? I was like, yeah. Is it black tea? Is it black coffee? I was like, no, they're milky. Like, they are milky. And she was like, that's strange. And then I was like, I was trying to do like these teeth whitening gels and stuff, like, could they have caused it? And she's like, they shouldn't, but maybe they made your teeth more sticky, so then stuff attached to your teeth more, blah 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 blah. So I don't know, but all I do know is my teeth don't have the stains anymore, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I had a big-ish brunch yesterday. Dinner, I didn't really have anything. I had like a little bit of chicken and meatballs, that's it. And then last night I brought some of the fruit with the chocolate to bed with me. And you know, you're meant to leave them out for like 10 minutes before, so that like they can defrost a bit, the fruit. But I did leave them for a good while, and I don't know, I don't think I'm a fan of frozen fruit, which is a shame because I see a lot of people using them for different things. Maybe I'm just not using them right. But yeah, I don't know if I'll have any more of them. I'm sure Carl will have them once he finishes his fast, and the girls will have some. But yeah, I just don't think I'm a fan of like frozen fruit. Like, the strawberry just felt weird in my mouth. I've got a very tired girl here, so I better go soon. Plans for today, so we are actually in the afternoon going to somewhere to get like a full body health check. Carl does it every single year. I did it last year for the first time, so it's good kind of just to see trends and stuff. It'll be interesting for me because last time I did it I was actually in carnivore. This time obviously I'm not in carnivore, so it'll be interesting to see the difference in that. Like, this time I have been doing some weight training, not a lot, but like for a long period, but it'll be interesting to see, does that have any impact and stuff. So we will be near a gym nut, so I think I will be having a gym nut. But in terms of workouts, I'm not really sure. I have some work to do this morning. I took my learnings from the last day and I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to do my makeup before we go. I was a bit late, but I don't care. I'd rather be late because I have my makeup than late because I'm sitting in traffic. So I had that done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring Saoirse in. I have 1.5 bottles of water. I'm going to finish that, bring Saoirse in, put her to sleep, read my 10 pages, do some work, and then I might depending on times, I might walk down to collect Brona and walk back, and at least that's my outdoor workout done. We'll see, but all good so far. I'm really happy with my teeth. Happy that I attempted that little treat. I will do some more, probably not today. I think I have like a banana bread and stuff like that that's like 2 or 3 ingredients, so I'm gonna try it and see what happens. But yeah, I gotta go. Oh my god, this is so annoying. It's happened to me a few times. I can't remember if this is my first or second bottle, because I'm having doubts now. I feel like it's my second bottle. I'm pretty sure I filled it up upstairs while we were getting ready, and then I also filled it again downstairs. But now I can't remember, so now I have to assume it's my first. Oh, I need to figure this out because this is really annoying. This is not the first time this has happened. Like, it's not the end of the world if I have 5 bottles of water, but I'd rather just like know how many I've had. You know what that could be? I feel like this is actually my second bottle I'm finishing. But I have to assume it's my first. So there we go. Extra water. It is coming up to 12 o'clock. I am actually really hungry. I need to leave soon to collect Brona. I had planned on actually walking down to collect her. It's such a nice day for a walk as well. But unfortunately, I left it too late because I was too busy prioritising my tasks that I need to do today, and I just didn't realise the time. If I had have even realised 10 minutes earlier, it would have been fine, but I'm just not going to do it now. We do need to head out for the afternoon. And thankfully I have loads of pre-cooked food, like all these steaks and meatballs and chickens. So I'm just going to like lean into those. So it's going to be, I feel, another weird day of eating. So I'm just trying to see now what, I'm just going to prep my food before I go down to get her so I can have it quickly when we come back. So I have one tomato and olive stir through sauce. So I'm going to put that on the meatballs, I think, and have that. There is steak there as well, so I'm not sure, and there's a little, like, one chicken piece left, so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 meatballs. So what I'm thinking is I'll have the meatballs, I'll give the chicken to the girls, then I might have the steak for my dinner, and I'll be a lot more thoughtful about my dinner. Then I will have maybe like veggies and order salad there. I might do that. Should I have something with my meatballs, like a pasta or something? So I might do rice. I have a load of rices, so I might do a rice, and that's just quick and easy as well. One of those rice packets. Yeah, so that is me. So yeah, so I'm going to have meatballs with the sauce, some rice, and then for dinner I'll have the steaks with some veggies and stuff. And the girls can have the piece of chicken. I hate food waste. I hate food waste. So if I can avoid it in any way, shape or form, I will. What I do also need to do later on, not now, is go through the other food that I have and check the dates on them, because they could also be coming up soon. They could be today, for example. So maybe I need to cook some of them for tomorrow, or just leave them until tomorrow and cook them tomorrow. But I need to check all them. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, I need to leave now in a few minutes. I'll have to go wake Saoirse and bring her down with me. So, when am I doing my workout? I hear you ask. I have no idea. I'll have to... Oh, I'm raging. I wish I had a walk down to collect Brona. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to do it when we get back from where we're going. And then have a late yoga, because I need to keep 3 hours in between. So it's really annoying. So just losing track of time there, even for 10 minutes, has completely derailed my day. So, yay! Some Mexican rice, the meatballs in the Italian sauce, and then just some cheese on top. I have somehow managed to fandangle a 45-minute walk before we have to go. It is 12 o'clock. We are leaving at 12:45. So there is not a minute to waste here. And I stuffed myself with that food. So that's good. I just have the 2 steaks left and a bit of chicken for the girls. But yeah, I am actually so happy. I didn't know what time we'd have to leave at and whether this would be possible. Then when Carol came home and told me what time we were going, I was like, is there any way that I can do a walk? Because it would really help my life if I could. So all is well. Happy days. At the hotel while waiting for my health check, I had a decaf coffee with some cream. I also had a large gym nut, which is like over 500 calories. So I think, like, I'm not even hungry, but I just want to get dinner out of the way so I can forget about it. I still need to do yoga. So I have 2 steaks that I cooked yesterday. I'm thinking one of them will still be good for tomorrow. So I am thinking I don't want to make anything outside of that to have with it. So I'm thinking of actually making like a steak burger. I have some burger buns, steak burger. I've never really done this before, but just as I would with burger, some ketchup, some gherkins. I could put cheese on it, but I don't want to. That sounds like overkill. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to make a steak burger. And then tomorrow I'll have the other steak for my breakfast or whatever. And then that will be it for me today. I will just need to finish the water that I have, or honestly I have no idea. I think I've already done 4 if not 5 bottles of these, but I'll do one more of these just to be sure and do my yoga and then finish for today. And then tomorrow is Friday, so back to the gym. So yeah, that's it. Gherkins, steak, and ketchup at the bottom. This is actually nice. It is 5 to 8. I wanted to start my yoga about 45 minutes ago, so I'll be finishing up now. But Saoirse decided that she wanted to go asleep, and she didn't want to go downstairs with her daddy. So I said, okay, I'll just put her to sleep and then I'll do my yoga. But she's still awake. She's currently crawling off the bed. Where she's going, I don't know. She's looking at the torch on the phone. So I'm just going to start my yoga now. I am very tired. I don't want to be doing it. I think I will call Carl and ask him to come up and take her so she's not crawling over me. But yeah, fun. So I just finished my yoga and I'm actually sweating. And you know what? I was so sleepy at the start. I was actually like, my eyes were like closing. I got back to being sleepy, but I was sweating from that yoga. I don't know why I'm sweating, but I am. Anyways, glad that's done. I am finished for today. So tomorrow is a new day. See you guys. Ready? Hello, it is a Friday. It's about 11:45. It's lashing rain outside. So I have 2 waters gone. I have done the gym. I'm still in the car. I haven't got home yet. I am in desperate need for a shower. And I wish I had my book with me. I wish I had a big bottle of water that I could refill my bottle with. But I don't have either, and the way the situation is with parking at my daughter's preschool, I said I'm better off actually just driving back here, getting a spot early and trying to do a bit of work on my phone than running in and getting my bits, because Saoirse's asleep. And actually I should have just run in and got my book, but it doesn't matter. I didn't want to leave her in the car and run. Anyways, so I am here, I'm parked. When the time comes to go get Brona, I'll go in, get her, head home. I'm going to have another one of those steak sandwiches in the burger buns again for lunch,
because I might make like a Caesar salad as well, because like Brona and Saoirse like them as well, and have that on it. But it was just quite nice, and I still have that steak there that needs to be eaten. So that's my plan for food. What else do I want to say about that? Obviously haven't read, so I need to make sure that I read later on, because otherwise I'll forget, because I'll just assume that I've read when I haven't. But yeah, good day so far, and I'm just gonna go do some work now. Had a really good day in the gym, so my program changed. I'm now on like an advanced program, so it was all like front squats, and I can't even remember what it was, but like a lot of quad work. There was like 3 different circuits or sets. So the first one was all more kind of like quad work, then it was chest work, so like push-ups and floor presses and different things, and then it was arms, yeah, biceps and triceps. I was actually dead by the end of it. I actually couldn't finish what I needed to do, but it was my first day on it. So anyway, good session, good day so far. Wish I had water and book, but I don't. But I'm gonna go now, do a bit of work, and then at least I'll have that done for when I get home. Okay, bye. Okay, so lunch is another steak burger. This time I have some fried onions and garlic, and then some fried mushroom as well. I've also pre-cooked some actual regular beef burgers and chicken burgers for later on. And then I have some Caesar salad there as well that I'm going to have on the side of this. It is 5 to 2. I had a lovely shower. Showers just make everything feel better. I actually feel so good after that shower. Putting Saoirse to bed, so whether she sleeps or not, I'm going to read while she's feeding, and I'll feel even better once this is done. And then I really have to crack on with work that I need to do. Just in terms of my brunch, I also had like 3/4 of just like a beef patty, like not with anything. I shared it with Saoirse, so I had that on top of the steak, which was very nice. It was really, really nice. And then whatever leftover salad there was after the girls and Carl had theirs. So feeling good, really happy to have that done. I think the weather is to clear up in the after, like from 3ish onwards, so we'll go out for my walk then after that. But yeah, God, showers are just the best ever. Okay, time to read. It is 5:25 and I am out on my walk. I got a few bits done there, not a lot, but I did definitely get a few bits done. I condensed my to-do list down into the last few things. I'll hopefully get some of them done today. I'm okay if I don't get them all done, but get some of them done today. But yeah, feeling pretty good. I did have a flapjack, so when we got the gymnast there yesterday, was it? That's where I get the plain flapjacks. There's like nothing bad in it, it's all good. So I did have that, and they're like 450 calories or something ridiculous. So I'm just gonna have a small dinner. We'll definitely use up those. There's 1 beef burger and 4 chicken burgers, so we'll use them up, and I might just do some veg or something with them, or I'll do some kind of like pasta or something. I have potatoes, so depending on how hungry people are. Oh, my bases are open. I might chop them up. I didn't think of it. And make like little chips maybe. That could be nice. I'm not in any mad rush to eat, so yeah, I think I'll just do that anyway. So I'll make some homemade, more like wedges than anything, and have the burgers, and that'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna go enjoy this walk, and I will see you later. Bye. I am home. It is 6:15, coming 6:20. I am going to eat some of the chicken burgers. I also have some chorizo that I'm going to fry up. I have some bacon lardons that I'm going to fry up, and I have some peppers, red, yellow and green. I'm going to fry some of that up, and just have that as like a side for this. I was like, will I do more onion? Oh, I have sauerkraut. I might have some sauerkraut as well, so that's what I'm going to do. And question eggs. I have so many eggs there and I haven't eaten any. I think there's just 2 left in this
box. I have 3 boxes here. Yeah, I might just do 2 like boiled eggs or something to have on the side as well, because why not? Or I might crack the eggs and have like kind of like a scrambledy kind of egg side with the chorizo and the bacon and the peppers. See, thinking I'm gonna do that. Okay, so that dinner is gone. I had half a beef burger and the 2 chicken burgers, and then I had it was about 2 eggs, some chorizo, some bacon, and some chopped yellow, green, and red peppers. And now I'm gonna have some of my chips. I cooked way too many chips and I'm the only one eating them, so I'm gonna start off in this portion, see how I get on. Yeah. Trying to think that I have anything else with that. I feel like I had something else. So I was going to put sauerkraut with it actually, and I decided against. Can't remember. But me, chips time. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It is now 12:20. We all slept in this morning, which is a beautiful, beautiful feeling. So we are on our way out. I have 2 bottles of water in me. I've taken my progress picture. That is it. Oh, I meant to bring my book with me. I forgot. Oh, I'm actually raging. We're heading out for today, so we're actually going to have some food out, which will be nice. So I haven't eaten anything yet, but that's it. And we're also going to do the walk while we're out as well. It's a really nice day, so I'm looking forward to today. It's just, I feel really refreshed. I feel good. Raging about my book, but other than that, I am a happy girly. So I'll see you later. Bye. Hello, it is 5:45. I have some food on there. Not that I'm hungry, I'm not, but I just thought I'd cook it anyway. So it is kind of like my roast-ish, but I'm kind of just making it up as I go. I really feel like with this journey, I'm doing a lot of that, which I'm excited. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to be able to just make up dishes from what I have. That is the end goal. So yeah, it's just some chicken legs. I have them seasoned with salt, pepper and rosemary, and then I also have some veggies in there, so some broccoli, some carrots. This is kind of like a recipe that I got from social media, so it's also tying into that, but also tying into the roast, but it's not a full roast because I want to have like stuffing and stuff, which I don't have. Anyways, that's on. So yeah, it's kind of like a mix of both. For food, do you want to say hi, Saoirse? Hiya. For food today, we went out. I got a tomato and lentil soup, and then I got a... What else did I get? I got a pasta. It was like a spicy tomato pasta with veggies in it, which was very nice. That's you. Yeah. That's Saoirse. Saoirse. Mama. Saoirse. Yeah, so I'm upstairs now. I'm going to read my book, get my 10 pages done. I still have to do a yoga, and I'm on my last bottle of water. So I am going to make some soda bread and some scones tomorrow, which will be very nice. And yeah, I've been really craving like a dessert today, so that's why I'm kind of thinking the scone thing, and I probably will have some form of yogurt and fruit or something to do with peanut butter after my food. Again, not that I'm hungry, I'm actually not hungry, but we'll see. Once the food is done, we'll see where we go with that. It can always be eaten tomorrow as well. Oh, and I used duck fat on the food, so that's what the oil is. That's being cooked with the food. Okay, so time for some reading, and then I really need to get my yoga done. Once my yoga is done, I can relax. Okay, bye. Okay, so we have a chicken leg and the veggies, and then I've just made some like gravy granules as well, so I'm gonna have that on top. But I'm really proud of myself. It smells really nice. I think it's the onion. But hopefully it tastes nice. And yeah, this is a really good first attempt. So I'm delighted. Dinner eaten, that was actually delicious. It was really nice. Again, would still like to try stuffing and stuff, but I am really pleased with that. That was really nice. Chicken was lovely, veg was lovely, gravy was lovely. It was all really nice. So I'm just going to do my yoga now. So I'm really excited to get this done. And I have about 300 mils of water left. But actually no, because I had about 500 mils when I was out having food. So I'm gone over anyway, but I'm going to have that. I always end up having, I'd say, about 5 bottles of water, to be fair. Or 4.5 or whatever per day. So the water is normally fine. But anyway, time to do some yoga. I have just eaten, so it won't be something too crazy. But do some yoga and then done for the day. Okay, it is 8:20. I am in bed. I have a fruit bowl with some yogurt and peanut butter, chia seeds, flax seeds, loads of different types of fruit, and the last of the chocolate chips. Good morning. It is Sunday, the 9th of November, and I am about to get started straight away with some baking. So I want to do some scones, I want to do some soda bread, and I might do something from like my social media baking. I believe there was like 1 or 2 things there. It was like bread made out of like Greek yogurt or something, like little baps. So anyways, I'm going to attempt those as well and just get them started so that I make sure that I'm starting my success for today. It is now 20 to 9, so it's still early. I'm just giving the girls some breakfast. So yeah, I'll feel really good if I do this today. I really just want to organise myself for the week ahead. I need to do a food shop today, and obviously all my 75 hard tasks. I've only taken a progress picture. I've filled my first bottle. I haven't taken a sip out of it yet. So a lot to do today, but let's just go and get our bake on and see what the day brings. Okay, so here is number 1. This is the social media recipe. It is 150 grams of self-raising flour, 100 grams of sparkling water, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then so I use caster sugar because I just had it out anyway for the scones, and then half of a banana chopped up. And it's meant to actually be an air fryer recipe, but you can also do it in the oven, which I'm going to do because I need to clean my air fryer. So we'll see. I'm not convinced on this, but it could be really nice. It's a bit gooey at the moment. I should probably add a little bit more flour to it. However, sometimes my soda bread is gooey and it turns out really nice. So let's see. It is actually quite small as well, so we'll see if it raises much with the self-raising flour. But it's a very quick and easy thing to do. So if it's a win, happy days. You know, literally just half a banana, sparkling water, and some flour. A bit of sugar. Let's see. Okay, so I decided last minute to put some extra flour just around the like edges of it, like the outside up and down, so it's not as sticky. And then I just cut up some more banana and stuck on the top as a little decoration. So I'm going to stick this in now at 200 degrees for 20 minutes into the regular oven, but it would be obviously much less in an air fryer. Okay, my bread is ready. I still have about 6 minutes left on the banana bread, but I'm going to check it now. I actually don't have any more baking paper, so I'm going to try use the same one for all of the 3 things that I'm baking. So anyways, I'm just going to pop this in now while the banana bread is still in there, and they can be working away together, and then I'm going to start on the scones. Okay, so soda bread is ready to start baking. There's about just under 5 minutes left on this banana bread, but it's actually looks like it's going to burn. I don't think it's a good idea to put bananas on the top. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually out of baking paper, so I'm just going to reuse the same paper for all of the 3 things that I'm making. So I'm going to pop this in now. I have reduced the temperature. This is meant to be 200, this is meant to be 180. I've reduced it down to 180 because this looks fairly starting to get cooked anyway. I'm going to pop that in. I'll take this out when it's ready, leave that in for about 30-35 minutes, and in the meantime I'm going to start making the scones.
here is me from the future. So just I realized I didn't go through what I put in the soda bread, and that's because I've cooked it a few times on the challenge, but I just wanted to point out here. So it's just literally plain flour, 250 grams, plain wholemeal flour, 250 grams, 100 grams of porridge oats, there's some bicarbonate soda, there's some salt, some buttermilk, and I think that's it. That's everything. So yeah, just you put all the dry ingredients in. Oh, and some butter. You need in a bit of butter. I think it was 85 grams of butter, I think. And then you put in the buttermilk, you stir it all together, put it in the oven. Done. Okay, so I have 350 grams of self-raising flour. I have a quarter teaspoon of salt. I've got a teaspoon of baking powder, and now 85 grams of butter in here. I'm going to knead that all together, and then I'm going to add in some caster sugar to get these scones going. Let's see. Okay. It looks a little underdone, I think, but let's see. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of a taste test. I did put most of it actually back in just for a few minutes because just a certain part of it seemed a little doughy and underdone, but this one is fine. So I'm just going to taste this and see. It definitely passes for bread. Like, if you didn't put the banana in it, I'm sure you could just have this as a roll. Self-raising flour and sparkling water. Not bad. Okay, so butter is in. I'm just after adding in 3 tablespoons of caster sugar, and the recipe does not have sultanas, but I've just added in a load of sultanas there, so hopefully it's enough because I don't actually know how many to put in. And then next up is the milk. So in this recipe, it's regular milk with a squeeze of lemon. You're meant to heat it up in the microwave, put in the squeeze of lemon, and then add in the vanilla extract, but that is just to sour the milk. So I actually have buttermilk here from the soda bread, so I'm actually just going to do buttermilk, but I will put the vanilla extract into the buttermilk. So that is what is next. So I'll let you know how much vanilla extract and buttermilk very soon. Okay, so it's 175 mils of milk. So I have the buttermilk in there. I've added in a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've made a well in my dry mix, and now I'm going to pour this in and mix it all around and make the dough. Okay, so this kitchen is getting super messy with all this baking. So rather than just cleaning the surface, which I don't have time for, I got a big plate out. I floured the plate and just kind of like turned it over, flattened it out till it was a relatively smooth surface. You're meant to now cut it into circles, but you know I don't have one of those like 5 centimeter circles, so I'm actually just going to make triangular scones. This is meant to make 8, so I'm just going to cut it into 8 scones. And then next up, I'm going to beat an egg, glaze the eggs, and then pop them into the oven. Okay, so here are the scones. I'm going to pop them in now, and I think they only take about 10 minutes in the oven, so let's see. And the soda bread is done. Okay, so we have our soda bread here, which smells lovely. Banana bread is already gone, so that's a good sign. And the scones are here. They're a little browner than I'd have liked, but they've already been tasted and are very yummy. So, very successful morning. Hello, it is 12:30. I am out on my outdoor walk. I have not had breakfast yet. Yeah, I'm really excited about having some of my soda bread for breakfast. And I need to do a shop today, so I'm going to get some fresh cream so I can make some whipped cream for my scones, so cannot wait. I have my 10 pages done and I have a 3rd bottle of water with me, so I'm going to start drinking that now. But yeah, great to get this walk in today. The sun is shining, which is nice.
and I'm just going to enjoy my book. I'm listening to a book called Careless People, all about this woman's experience in Facebook. It's really interesting, would recommend. And yeah, happy out. Hello, I am home. My eyes are watering because I'm cutting up some onion at the moment. So I'm just going to make some breakfast that Carl says he wants for his lunch. So I'm just going to make a big meal. So basically I had 2 half peppers left over, so I'm chopping up them. I'm chopping up some onions and garlic, which I did not anticipate doing, but I may as well. And I also have the last of some rashers in the air fryer at the moment, so they're cooking away. I have some bacon lardons here that are open, so I'm basically just using up whatever's open or needs to be cooked anyway, so there's no harm. But I'm going to finish up with this onion now, and then I'm going to cut up some mushroom and have that in there as well as the garlic I need to do. I also have this black and white pudding, which I may or may not do. It's actually good for a while, and I think I've got enough food, but I also have some chorizo, so I'll chop up the chorizo. And I'm going to make my scrambled egg, which I have not had in so long. So yeah, it's just going to be a lot of everything, but I'm very excited to get this into me because I am starving. I'm so hungry. Some of these are actually a bit manky, some of these mushrooms, so I'll see what I can resurrect from this box of mushrooms. But yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, we are finally cooking. It is coming up to 1 o'clock. So in here I've got the rest of the bacon lardons. I have chopped up 2 chorizo sausages, and I've chopped up some white and black pudding. I decided to go ahead with that. So this is cooking here, so I'm just going to let that sizzle away. Here I'm going to start scrambling my eggs. So I've put in, I think, like 7 scrambled eggs, but the girls will have some, Carl will have some. So I'm doing that with butter, and then I will season it just before it's finished. And then here is all the veg that I've chopped up. So loads of garlic, mushrooms, 2 types of onions, and green and yellow peppers. So once the food in here is cooked and dished out, I will fry up the veg as well. And I am very excited to eat this. I'm going to use my soda bread. Yeah, it's going to be very nice and muchly needed. Okay, probably doesn't look half as appetizing as it does to me, but loads of veggies, some egg, not too much egg, my bread, which I'm going to cut up now, which looks and smells delicious, and I have my cup of tea, so I am very excited. It is actually gone 2 o'clock now by the time I'm actually sitting down to eat my breakfast. Okay, just for the record, I did not eat most of my veg. I forced myself to eat everything else, but I have a bit of a pain in my stomach now and I'm pretty full, but it was nice. But yeah, no, I had a couple of bits of the veg and I was like, no. But still, very nice. My bread is very nice. Hello. It is... Hello again. It is 10 to 4. I'm just about to go into Aldi. So today is going to be make or break on my relationship. I'm doing the weekly shop in Aldi, or bi-weekly actually. So I have a few things on my list, including like baking paper, tin foil, basics that you need to have in a kitchen, and of course my cream for my scones. I really don't think I'm going to have much of a dinner, to be honest. I'll definitely have a scone or 2, but dinner wise there's still 1 leg of chicken left and some veg from last night, so might do that, or I might make that for the girls, and then I don't know, I think there's a chicken Caesar salad there, so we'll whip up whatever's left in the house. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in now. I don't have any specific recipes in mind for this week, so yeah, I don't see there being anything too much within this shop that's going to be a new recipe. However, there are a few other social media bits that I had saved from the last day that had, like, again, like bread with like Greek yogurt and stuff, so I might just like whip up some of them during the week. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in and just do a basic shop, get it done. I'm gonna go home then and get one or two of my to-do list things done today, and then do my yoga. So it's good. I'm having a good day. I'm having a productive day, getting a lot done. Yeah, let's go see how much this cost me.
Hi everyone, it is 7 o'clock. Both girls are asleep, which is very early for my youngest to be asleep at this point, so I'm delighted. I'm going to do my yoga now. There was just some leftover like potato and a little bits of broccoli and carrot from yesterday, like literally hardly anything. So I had that as my dinner, and then I had one of my scones with some jam and cream on it. Yeah, so that's it. I'm not hungry or anything. I'm not going to have anything else today. I might have like a decaf coffee and a tea, but that will be it. So I'm going to do my yoga now. Saoirse is asleep, as I said, so I might do just one or two bits on my to-do list. I'm just not really in the humour for it. I feel like I did a lot today. My back is a little bit sore and my neck and shoulders are a bit sore, so I'm going to actually see if I can find a yoga more so for like neck and shoulders. Not just for them, but like with a focus on them, and see what comes up. I might also just do like back, because like my lower back is a bit sore, and I do have the gym tomorrow, so I want to make sure that I'm nice and stretched out. But yeah, very successful day. I'm really happy with that baking. And I do have some buttermilk left, so what I think I will do is actually just make another batch of scones tomorrow, because they're literally all gone. Like, it makes 8 scones and they're gone. I've only had one, so can't blame me for that. But yeah, great day. All right guys, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.
It is Monday. It is coming up to 11 o'clock. There was no gym this morning. My trainer was not feeling well, so instead I did my outdoor walk this morning, which is great to have that done. It's actually a relatively nice day today, but it's freezing. It's going to get really cold now here. Sorry, thought I heard something. I am just after refilling my bottle for the 3rd time, so I'm about to start my 3rd bottle. And I'm going to go upstairs, put Saoirse to sleep, and read my 10 pages. And then I desperately need a shower and just to kind of like refresh myself. I had my accountability call this morning, so it's great to be ready for the week ahead. I actually got a good bit of work done last night, which is really good as well. So I'm going to do that, and then I might make my breakfast after the shower. So a good day so far. Hello, so it is 1:15. I just had my breakfast there. It was actually so nice. So I had some of my own bread, some avocado, typical old school breakfast that I haven't had in so long. I had some bacon lardons, some scrambled egg, some chorizo, and then I put in some white and black pudding as well. It was very nice. I really enjoyed it. And actually I came across a video this morning about like 1 meal per day type of eating, and not that that's what I want to do, but it's obviously been really interesting for me and got me thinking a lot, due to like me only having 1 to 2 meals a day, and kind of like mentally not losing weight, and like the thoughts that I was having about that. So I'm going to percolate on that a bit more, and when I'm doing my review at the end of the video, I'm going to chat a bit more about that and like different thoughts that I've been having and stuff in terms of my body, because I feel like this is week 7, and yeah, there's been a lot this week that's really made me think about my body and what's actually going on internally, even if I'm not having the external changes, which I am, because I'm still getting stronger and able to do things, but just in terms of weight. Anyways, so food was really nice. I have an online course now from 2 to 5, so I'm going to do that at home with the girls. I still need to do my indoor workout, but it's nice to have the walk done. Might end up still doing a walk later anyway. We'll see how the day goes, but it's quite sunny today, just very cold. And yeah, I'm looking forward to just having a cup of tea now, relaxing before this course starts. But yeah, oh, funny, I purchased my food processor so that I could do these recipes that I wanted to do, and it arrived, and look at the size of it. It's tiny. really small, so I won't be able to do what it is that I wanted to do. So anyways, we move on. We move on. Hello, I am on an online call, like a training call, but I decided to make my scones, so I'm using my nails and I'm just gonna bang out some more scones. My scones, I tried to round them this time just to not have them square, but I can't wait to eat them.
It is 8:20 and I am just about to start my yoga. I really do not want to do this. I had second helpings of the spaghetti bolognese and I then had a scone with some jam and cream on it. Saoirse went to sleep earlier on for about 20 minutes and I was like, lovely, I'm just going to relax and then I'm going to do my yoga. And when she woke up and then she just is not going back to sleep. Papa. Is that the papa? So I'm just gonna have to figure it out. Carol can't take her, and time is ticking on. So she's really sweaty. She sweats a lot when she sleeps. So I'm just gonna do my gonna do my yoga now with Saoirse, and then call today a day. I still actually have a good chunk of my last water to do as well, but I'll get that done. So I need to finish my water as well, but I'm not worried there. Oh, is the Papa kissing the phone? That's nice. Can we say bye bye, night night? Bye bye. Say bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye, Papa. Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, which means that it is the last day of 75 hard for week 7. Can you believe it? I'm just about to finish my second bottle of water. It is coming up to 10 o'clock. No gym today, and it is a very rainy day all day today, so it will be a wet workout later on. However, I'm just going to go home. I think what I'll do is I'll go home. I was meant to have a call today which has been cancelled, so I go home, put Saoirse to sleep, do my 10 pages, and then I might actually try to get my indoor workout done early, so that I can then do my walk by myself later on, I think, in the rain, which I'm not looking forward to, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's the story. I don't have much else to report, but let's go do our pages, get our third bottle of water into us, and get the indoor workout done as early as possible. Okay, it is 1:05. I'm just about to have my breakfast. I have not done any of the workouts, so that's fun. But my usual, I have my eggs, my rashers, have some sausages, chorizo, black and white pudding, and my soda bread and an avocado. So today for the eggs, I did boiled eggs instead of scrambled. It's all the same once it's on the plate anyway, and that's it. So I need to do my workouts, so I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I just have to figure it out somehow or another. And I just finished my third bottle of water, so I gotta go. Bye. Alrighty, it is coming up to 2:20 and I am going to do my yoga. Are you gonna help me? Saoirse helped me put down my yoga mat, which is great. Thank you very much. So I'm going to do yoga now. Should be finished around 3ish, which means I will have to wait until at least 6 to do my walk, which isn't great because it will already be really dark and wet then, but it is what it is. So anyway, sooner I get this done, sooner I can do my walk. What do you want to say? You say bye bye? Bye bye. Hello, it is 6:15. I look way more dramatic than I need to be. I just wanted to be warm on this walk. Just had some lunch there, so I had some pasta and meatballs with a nice sauce that I forgot to take a picture of, obviously, because I just have not been thinking about recording today. And then I had a scone with some jam. I have no cream, sad face, so I had one of those before I left. So feeling sufficiently stuffed now, and I'm just going to digest it on my walk, which is nice, and then get home
and chill for the evening. I've had a very productive day today, to be fair. So yeah, videos weren't really on point today, but my day has been busy and it's been productive, and I've got everything done which I needed to do. I actually have a really busy few days ahead of me as well. So today is the last day of week 7. And my first few days of week 8 are really busy. I've got like a few different interviews and different things going on. So we'll just have to fit everything in where and when we can. But yeah, good day. I've got everything done. My water is done, food's done, pages are done, picture is done, all the things. So what a week it's been. I'm really looking forward to kind of going through the week that was and doing my reflection video and kind of going back over everything. But yeah, even in terms of like recording and stuff, like there's a few things that like I'd like to change and improve on. So even this whole vlog series has been like a success for me mentally and just like within myself. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm going to chill, enjoy my walk, and I will see you next week. I'm getting so wet here, like I'm drenched. Oh my god, thank god I bought this hat because the hood only goes so far. Yeah, I am getting wet and I have about 10 minutes left of my walk.
So what a week that was. I'm just going to do a quick review of the week and just kind of like highlight learnings and different things that kind of stood out for me as I was going through the week. So one of them is the meals that I cooked. So this was the week that I really put a lot more emphasis on social media recipes. You've seen I cooked banana bread, I cooked the fruit and chocolate dessert. I tried the roast dinner actually using a recipe from social media as well. So the roast dinner, it was delicious. I got to use this duck fat that I bought at the beginning of the challenge that had just been in the fridge since. Fruit and chocolate was a journey. I don't know if I would do that again. A great learning is that I just don't like frozen fruit really, so I'm not sure if I would do that again, but I'm still glad to try it. Banana bread was grand. Yeah, it was very small, but it was enjoyed in the household. Outside of that, I also did, when I did the banana bread, I actually baked 3 things at the same time. So I baked banana bread, I baked some scones, and I baked some soda bread. So that was cool, just being able to do like lots of different things at one time and just kind of making that work. So that was very enjoyable, and I'm really happy with myself and how I'm developing in terms of my culinary skills. I did notice kind of later in the week that I was really craving dessert, which obviously is standout because I hadn't been craving it before. So I do believe that's from the chocolate that I had with those, like the strawberry and the banana. So it's just really interesting how like once you have a little bit of it, your body just reacts. And it's good being able to spot that pattern because I don't think it happened straight away. I think it was a few days later that I was like really craving dessert and really kind of battling against myself. So it's just an interesting thing to acknowledge and be aware of myself or yourself. And you know, if you are kind of like really struggling to eat well or to like partner with yourself, decisions that we make can contribute to helping us or hindering us in that department. I do feel that my cooking, because this is a huge part of my journey of 75 hard, I do feel like my cooking innately is getting a lot better as well. Like I'm just spotting like random ingredients that I have, and individually they'd be weird together, but somehow my brain is able, like I just start cooking them as individual things just to eat them, like I don't really care. But then as I'm cooking them, I'm like, oh, actually if I chop that up, or if I mix that there, or if I do it this way, or if I add this in, actually I can make like a really cool meal out of this that works and makes sense. And I'm really glad, like, because that ultimately is what I want. I want to be able to be in my kitchen in Portugal looking at my ingredients and just like throwing things together that just are really nice like that. I want that to be my everyday thing. So I'm really glad that that kind of like thought process is really setting in for me now. One thing with the water, which is annoying, is a few times now I've had the experience of forgetting how much water I had. I know some people, they have a way of like marking off the water, but I just couldn't be arsed doing that, to be honest. But it is annoying because I always have to then like underestimate my water. Like even if I'm fairly convinced that I'm on my third or my fourth, I'm like, because I'm not sure, I'll say that I'm on my second or my third. So I could be having like 5 or 6 gallons of water, or 5 or 6 liters of water a day. And again, that's just like pure water, never mind all the tea and the coffee, and I don't really have much outside of that, but like it doesn't include any other liquids that I'm getting. So it's quite a bit of water, and I wonder if that might be having an impact on me in one way or another. I'm not sure. I'm quite tall, so I think I can handle a high volume of water, but I just seem to drink so much water so early in the day. So that is my water. Something that was interesting in terms of time management, there was a day where I wanted to walk down to collect my daughter from school, and because of a 10-minute window that I missed, I completely derailed my day in terms of workout. And yeah, that was like a really interesting thing for me. Like I was just trying to, they say people that are constantly late or like doing stuff, they're just like overly optimistic because they're trying to like squeeze in so much stuff. And I wasn't just like sitting around doing nothing, like I was doing things around the house. But thankfully I was able to like bring it back and fandangle my way out on a walk before we had to leave for the day, which really set me up for later on in the evening in terms of my indoor workout. But that was just a really kind of like a standout thing for me, that I could have really screwed myself there, because you do need to obviously keep a 3-hour gap between your workouts as well, and that was going to be my first workout. So that was just something really, really interesting. In terms of food shopping, so my first food shop of the week was probably the end of last week, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what dates they were, but I obviously did a lot of shopping specifically for my social media meals, which I did. But then the second shop, I had nothing in mind. I was literally just like going to the shop and getting like my usual bits. Like I had nothing pre-planned, and I've said it before, but I do feel like this is kind of like a flow. Like every second shop is like a really intentional, thought out shopping experience, and all in like shops in between that are just kind of like I just go in and get my normal regular stuff. I've also found that I absolutely will be staying with Tesco, which is just mind-boggling for me. Never thought I'd be that person, but going back to Aldi now that my vouchers are gone, going back to Aldi, it's not the same experience. I find that I'm able to get so much more variety of different things, which is obviously, as Tesco is much bigger than Aldi, but like the variety of products and different experiences and stuff that I can get in Tesco is just can't compete with Aldi. And then also the price wise, I actually find I'm spending less money in Tesco than I am in Aldi, just because I'm able to shop really well in there, and I've like figured out my system of getting things, and I just feel like I can get a lot in Tesco, whereas for the same price I'm just getting like an average shop in Aldi, and I wouldn't be as happy or enthused about my shop as I would be in Tesco. So that's just a really big like life decision for me actually, even though it seems like it's such a small thing. Okay, so in terms of my body, still no change in the weight department. I'm still 73 point whatever. The point is the only thing that changes, but it's always hovering around the same thing. However, I am starting to see a difference in my body. I feel like certain days, like I look at myself, I'm like, oh, I look well, or my clothes are looking a bit different. I'm starting to see a tiny bit of definition just kind of like around my rib cage. I've just noticed it briefly a couple of times, and I'm getting changed and stuff like that, so I'm like, that's interesting. And just in terms of my body and stuff like that, at the start of the week I actually went on to ChatGPT and I was like, look, this is where I was X amount of weeks ago. I dropped 1.5 kilos at the very beginning within the first week, and it just hasn't moved since. However, I have seen improvements in my strength, because with my push-ups and my push-downs and all those different things, and I am seeing slight difference in my body. One thing I haven't done is measured myself, but I mean, I had this big conversation. I was like, what's going on here? Like, I understand that I might be hitting my maintenance calories, but like realistically, like can you give me any information? And I had a big long chat with ChatGPT, and it was saying that, especially because I'm breastfeeding, that has a huge impact on my hormones, on my sleep quality, all of that sort of stuff. Like when you're breastfeeding, your body doesn't want you to release fat because it doesn't want to impact the milk supply, basically. So that's also going to be impacting what's happening in my body. But basically it was saying that there is obviously body recomposition. So even though I'm not seeing it on the outside, or I'm not seeing it on the scales, there are things that are happening internally, and the main proof of that is my strength, how my strength is increasing, which it is. So even if nothing else is happening, that alone shows and proves that my body is getting stronger, my muscle mass is increasing, all that sort of stuff. That's not to say I couldn't adjust my diet and decrease my number of calories and stuff like that and see a difference in the weight as well, but obviously something on the inside is changing even if you're not seeing it on the outside or on the scales. And then at the end of the week I watched a random video, it just popped up on my YouTube, and it was about OMAD, the OMAD diet, so 1 meal a day. Not something that I'd be overly interested in doing myself. However, I have obviously condensed my meals into like 2 meals and a snack per day, because I don't have my first meal until afternoon. And it was really interesting because this person has been doing it, and she has experimented and tried out different things, and she was talking about a few different things that I hadn't really considered before, but I have been aware of, such as like insulin resistance and the impact that like not eating consistently is having on my insulin, which is like a really positive thing. About obviously autophagy, which like I knew about due to like longer term fasts. I wouldn't consider myself a faster as I currently am, but that's kind of like your muscles and everything happening like within your body. Obviously mentally is like retraining your body for like focus and clarity and stuff as well. But also I'm training fasted when I go to the gym in the morning, so that's going to have like an interesting impact on like my body and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm saying all of this just to say, with the ChatGPT conversation at the beginning of the week and then watching this OMAD video at the end of the week, it's really made me be really thoughtful about my body, even though I'm not seeing any changes in it. So yeah, I just find that really interesting. It's been a mad journey. I am looking forward to seeing what week 8 brings. But yeah, in terms of like great learning in the kitchen, great success in the kitchen, something's happening in my body, and I know that just by like my strength improving, and just like a really kind of philosophical and thoughtful end to the week. So that's me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and outside of that I will see you next week for week 8.